Hello, all you vinyl fans out there, and welcome to my Media Museum. This is part 6, the final episode of my May 2024 estate sale additions to the 45 RPM vinyl records collection here at my Media Museum. And we're starting off with Bobby Darin and the Jaybirds doing Rock Island Line. That's a really good piece of plastic to add to the collection. Plastic, vinyl, wax, whatever you want to call it. It's in pretty good shape. And the B-side being a song called Timber. And if you were watching this series of videos, we looked at this sleeve at the end of the last episode before I decided to call it a day and move on. A lot of these sleeves, that looks kind of funny. It's like a hole in Mercury's head there. But yeah, I explained in the last video that some of these sleeved ones, they were $1, 50 cents for the ones that weren't. All the previous episodes haul were 50 centers. So we're down here to the ones that I actually paid $1 for, and some of them I paid that extra 50 cents just to get those sleeves, so I could share those sleeves with you. But The Stroll by the Diamonds is definitely a 50s tune that I'm familiar with. Been in a lot of different movies. Dun, dun, dun. And the B-side being a song called Land of Beauty. But yeah, like I said, I picked up some of these just for the sleeves, like this one, Imperial. What a cool. Now this one, the sleeve didn't match the vinyl. But I did want this sleeve because I've never seen this Imperial sleeve. That was the home of Fats Domino, Imperial, and a lot of other great 50s artists. What's inside was Verve Records, but it's a Ricky Nelson one, and it's I'm Walking, yes indeed, I'm talking Fats Domino song that Ricky Nelson did a cover of. And if you're familiar with the channel and you've watched a fair share of my 45 RPM episodes, you know I'm a Fats Domino fan. I like Fats Domino, and I always pick his up when I come across them, and they're reasonably priced. I got a nice CD box set of his works, so it's not that I need the vinyls to acquire the tunes. It's just, when you're a collector of this kind of thing, it's nice to have them. Besides, there's a huge difference between listening to the vinyl and listening to a CD, and we're not going to get into all that discussion. But yes, I have my reasons for still wanting to pick up the vinyls when I come across them. B-side of this being A Teenager's Romance. Now, it may actually be the A side, but it's got a B designation there, and we've got an A designation there, so that's what I was going off of, considering I'm Walking as the A side. So, next up, we've got another nice. Now, I have seen this Imperial sleeve before. This one's not new to me. But with them being back to back, and I did want these Ricky Nelsons. There were 3 Ricky Nelsons here all together. She had a whole bunch of them. I think I mentioned in a previous episode in this series that they were wanting $5 for these cardboard picture sleeved 45s, and I wasn't willing to shell those out. She must have had 10 or 12 Ricky Nelson ones. But I did pick up the other ones that weren't so expensive. This one being one of them, stood up with the B-side of Waiting in School. And yeah, this one got tagged by somebody with the ink that blurred out years ago. But this one, the last Ricky Nelson one here that we've got, it's in a Mercury sleeve, which is cool. It's a different, much older Mercury sleeve than what I'm familiar with seeing, and so that's kind of why I wanted to go ahead and pick this one up. Looks to be about the same on both sides, except for the little kind of cool artwork there, like that. That's neat. That wasn't on this side. But it's got him doing Milk Cow Blues. Now, I remember Aerosmith doing that, and I know it wasn't original when they did it, but that is a song that makes me think Aerosmith. And, I'm a rocker. I show all kinds of music off on this channel, but 60s psych, 70s rock, and 80s metal is my thing. And Milk Cow Blues by Aerosmith would be a rock metal, but it's definitely of the period and of the stuff that I like to hear. So I'll go ahead and pick this up. It's Ricky Nelson for one thing. Milk Cow Blues is at least a song title I'm familiar with, if it's not the exact same song. B-side being You Are the Only One. All right, cool. Moving right on. One of those didn't have a sleeve, so I got myself. I think that middle one, the second Ricky Nelson one there, didn't have a sleeve. So I might have gotten my, this Mercury sleeve went with this vinyl. That's where I got off. But it's the Platters, and yes, I'm the great pretender. Do, do, do. My wife's kind of thing there. She loves that bebop. 50s and 60s stuff. That's right up her alley. And the B-side, I'm Just a Dancing Partner. I don't know that song so well, but we definitely know Great Pretender, and that's definitely one of the songs that the wife would have liked. So a lot of times I pick up stuff for both of us. I'm not just buying for me. I buy some things that I might not necessarily pick up myself, but I know she would really like and enjoy, and that's really cool. Special sleeve there that I have not seen in the past, or doesn't ring a bell for me, and it's nice that the platter matches. Short Fat Fanny, Larry Williams and his band. That's specialty, novelty, joke, country, I don't know, but Short Fat Fanny is that's just a title that puts a smile on your face and makes you want to listen to it. High School Dance being on the B-side, and that might actually be the A-side, and that might be a song that I recognize, High School Dance, if we were to put it on and give it a play. But nothing's ringing bells for me at this point. Next up here, we got a nice Capitol sleeve with some really cool artwork, bands and their instruments. Kind of nifty. Looks like it's the same on both sides. But it's got Tennessee Ernie Ford. Now, he's definitely country and western, classic country at that. 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Now, it's country, but it's classic country, and it's definitely a song that rings some old memories for me. So I wanted to pick it up. I do have some country songs in the collection that I do have an appreciation for, and this is one that I like. It kind of reminds me of the Working in a Coal Mine, Devo. Kind of an odd connection there, but that's what it kind of brings to mind for me. And part of the reason why I wanted to, he's dusty there, but it just wiped right off. B-side being You Don't Have to Be a Baby to Cry. But it helps. Cry, cry, cry. And here we've got another Capitol sleeve there, just in a little bit worse shape. Yeah, got kind of a little confusion on my sleeve somehow, but not to worry. Oh, I know why. Yes, that was the end of the 16 tons there. That was the last one I got at the estate sale, and I grabbed a few off of the stack of some coming up that I wanted to film, just because I didn't want to have a super short episode. So these are from a stack of what I believe to be 50s and 60s oddities, things I don't know so well. Freddie Cannon, I don't know. Way Down Yonder in New Orleans. And the B-side of that being a song called Action. Now I know that is a sweet song. Action, not words. But it hit number 13 in August of 1965, according to somebody's notes. So it might be a song that we'd recognize. Some of you out there may know it well, but it's not ringing any bells for me at this point. So I'm pretty sure I got those backwards. This would be the B-side then. Well, no, it says it hit number 3 in December of 55. So yeah, so this is one of those double A sides, I guess, probably a collector series, because a lot of these here are. This is clearly Atlantic Older Series sleeve, and the sleeve is matching the vinyl, and it's Eddie Floyd doing Knock on Wood, which apparently hit number 28 in November of 1966. It's kind of nice when people note some of that information on these sleeves. I don't generally like to have the sleeves written on, especially when it's just somebody's autograph from, somebody owning it, tagging it. But when they got chart position and a release year, that's actually kind of a nice thing to have. This one, apparently, even though it's an oldie series, it's got William Bell doing You Don't Miss Your Water, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's got Bell as a writing credit, so at least it's the original song, but You Don't Miss Your Water, what the heck does that mean? And it's one of those double artists, though, because we had Eddie Floyd with the hit on this side, and William Bell with a song I don't know on that side. So it's interesting when you get into these re-releases. There was a huge market for a time supplying people for their jukeboxes at home. So you got a lot of these special order songs, things that could be, purchased. But Bill Dell and the Rondells doing I've Been Hurt. 1986 original sound records. Yeah, if it's an oldie, and they've got it noted down here as hitting number 35 in March of 64, maybe. It's hard for me to see that. Maybe you can make it out a little better on the lens. But that would have been the year that this reissue come out, 1986. That was not the year of the original song there, by no means. And the B-side being a song called May I. So I'm going to have a whole bunch more of these obscure 50s and 60s to film at a later date. I just wanted to grab a few out the front there to fill out this estate sale video. And we're going to wrap it up with Goodbye My Love by The Main Ingredient. And the B-side of that being Just Don't Want to Be Lonely. All right. None of us want to be lonely. I appreciate you spending some time with me. I hope you enjoyed that, and have a wonderful day.